I advise everyone, especially young people, to be the tiger. Talk to a tiger like a tiger, and you can talk to everyone using this mindset, tiger mindset.
But don't you think it's become more difficult to ask questions, to communicate within the new, like many people are working from home, they have distance, there is no the physical interaction. So asking the question and getting the answers that you are looking for or you are anticipating is becoming more and more difficult.
Okay, now Abdullah, Lemon is listening, and everyone's listening, watching this interview. I want to talk to you. Really, I want to talk to your hearts and minds right now, young people of Vietnam. You need to ask questions. You need to ask for ideas. It's a good start. We need to ask for ideas. We need to be curious, right? Now, you mentioned hard, right?
Hmm?
Whether it's pandemic or not pandemic, there will be challenges. But the most important thing right now, Abdullah, Lemon, most important thing right now is mindset. Very important. We need to have a strong mindset, like a victorious mindset, a growth mindset, a mindset a mindset. Okay, let's say tiger mindset, a tiger mindset, and it's especially important for communication, Abdullah, because if you are talking to a tiger with someone with a tiger mindset, and then you feel like you're a rabbit with a rabbit mindset, it's hard to communicate. You will be eaten by the tiger alive in a negotiation. So it becomes a tiger rabbit communication, and the rabbit gets eaten. So I advise everyone, especially young people, to be the tiger. Talk to a tiger like a tiger, and you can talk to everyone using this mindset, tiger mindset. Like, for example, you're talking to your boss, be a tiger, but be a respectful tiger. Be a polite tiger. Talk to your boss like a tiger. And even to the family, you can be a tiger. Why not? Talk to your wife like a tiger, but be a loving tiger. Be a romantic tiger, right? Be an exciting tiger to talk to. So that mindset, tiger mindset, is actually my signature coaching, the tiger to tiger communication, and I would like to offer that to those who are watching right now. You can call me, reach me out, and I will coach you to become a tiger communicator, and in the coaching process, your confidence will be built up, because we're going to address fundamental issues.
So, from what I understand from your point, is that if you try to improve your communication skills, your other skills will be boosted in the process.
Exactly. Exactly. Abdullah. Communication skill is the number one skill in the world. Now, I mentioned about a meta skill, right? That is a matter of all skills. Nothing can top meta skill. However, when it comes to, like, all skills, among all skills, like not mother skills, like among all skills, communication. Communication is the number one skill in the world, especially for executives, for everyone across industries. Whether you're an engineer, doctor, whether you're a healthcare practitioner, so communication is very important. Because here's the thing, Abdullah, you might be the smartest person in the room, but if you cannot articulate your ideas, ex- explain your point, how can you be useful, right? So,
Mhm.
and how about if you're in a situation wherein you have to explain yourself so that you won't be killed, right? So that it's a life and death situation. Again, I'm using that as a metaphor. It's very important. Like, young people of Vietnam, listen to this one. It's really very important. Communication skill is very important. That's why you don't have to spend a lot of money, but there are books around. There's, let's communicate, practice, 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 practice.
Okay, for that, how do you have any red flags for people to they cannot sell out themselves? Like, how can I know that I'm a good or a bad communicator?
Okay, now you're a bad communicator if you don't have a genuine communication style, if you don't genuinely communicate, because you will come across as a manipulator. You will come across as inauthentic, incongruent, and that is a big crime. That is a high crime in communication, to be incongruent. And that's why I have a program called Congruence Coaching, which aligns the mindset, which aligns the, uh, of course, the use of words, optimal use of words, and the body language. I'm also teaching body language, actually, Abdullah. Non-verbals, very, very powerful. It's almost like a superpower when you have very, very good in non-verbals, Abdullah. Because it can bring you to that position wherein you're able to avoid so many problems because you can read body language and when it comes to non-verbals, it's the context, the inanimate context, the different level. So non-verbals. Now, young people in Vietnam, would you like to turbocharge your career? Now, here's your chance. Listen up. Listen to this one. You need to be very good in non-verbals. Very good. So again, it's communication, part of communication.
Regarding the nonverbals, we go back to the current situation. So
Okay. Okay.
now we are not meeting physically, so
All right.
showing our nonverbal reactions is more difficult, right?
Wow. It's difficult if you say it's difficult. Make sense? Whatever you say it's difficult, it becomes a frame. It becomes a psychological resistance. It's hard to break if you say difficult. That's why I advise my clients to don't use self-limiting language. Like you say, if it's difficult, if you frame something as difficult, then it will be difficult. So it becomes a psychological resistance. Now, you mentioned about the challenges, right, to communicate because of the Zoom. Actually, Mr. Abdullah, it's very much like talking to a person in person. Okay, like imagine that the camera is the face of your friend or someone you're talking to. Don't look at the camera as the camera. Again, and in that sense, imagination is very important. It's a gift from God. Very important. Imagination is very important. And if you come to me for coaching, I will walk you through all the benefits of imagination and how powerful it is. In fact, okay, perhaps I have to, this is a very simple one, very easy to understand. If you have no imagination, for example, you cannot even do simple things like different even simple things like relieving yourself, like let's say, okay, I don't want to I actually don't want to share this because it may not be polite polite to share this, but it's a regular thing. So
Mhm.
so our daily activities are actually driven by imagination and more so with communication. Now, like for example, if you cannot imagine the keyword or the word, you cannot pronounce it properly. The sound will not come out if there's no imagination. That's why for our speakers, Vietnamese speakers, okay, please imagine the word that comes that you're going to use. Imagine it. This one first. Like for example, the S sound is important for you to imagine so that you can say S properly for a Vietnamese speaker. So different issues in different countries. But I would say that's why some of my clients are actually some of my clients are native English speakers. So I have clients from America, I have clients from Canada, I have clients from UK. So I have a good well-rounded experience in coaching expats, and that's why I'm now imparting this to you, this precious this precious insight that imagination, whatever you can imagine, it will come out clearly. Whatever you can't imagine, it cannot come out. And that's why, like Vietnamese speakers, they're not aware of the S sound. If you are not aware, you cannot make it.
Thank you so much for sharing. Actually, that's very insightful. I think it will be very helpful for many people.